Here we are live on Tea with Coach Natalie. We are going live on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. And I'm so grateful to be here yet another Tuesday. And today's question I have for you: have you ever felt trapped in a cycle of negativity? As if life itself had cursed you, had cursed your family, has cursed your situations like your money, your job, your health. Have you ever felt that way? Or have you found yourself complaining about your life, complaining about your situations, about what is happening and what isn't happening? If that's you, you'll want to listen to today's Tea with Coach Natalie. And I want to assure you that you are not alone, because we have all felt this way, or we may be feeling this way right now. And that's what I want to talk about on today's Tea with Coach Natalie. And the answer is, you're going to always feel this way at some point or the other. But here's the thing: you have the power to change your life. And that's why I show up every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Tea with Coach Natalie, because I believe that you have the power to change your life. And I want to share with you some things that I've learned that have changed my life so that I went from feeling stuck to unstuck and becoming unstoppable. In fact, I feel obligated to show up and share with you what I'm learning about life and how to help you become unstoppable. And if this is your first time joining, I am so glad to have you here. I'm here every Tuesday, 10 a.m., with my favorite beverage. So grab yours. Today, mine is hot water, believe it or not. In fact, I'm going to take a sip. Mm, I love hot water. It calms me and soothes me. And my mug, I always show my mug. It says, let me just read it. It's Psalm 18:3. It says, praise. I will call upon Yahuwah. He is worthy to be praised. And on the other side of it, it says, your situation should not change your praise, but your praise can certainly change your situation. I love it. So very true. So grab your favorite beverage and let's jump in with today. The title is The Power of Self Talk: why what you say to yourself matters. Because sometimes we carelessly say things that we don't mean. And we think we can just take the words back as if there isn't any damage done. But I want you to understand that your words are power, and your words create. Find yourself surrounded by a cycle of negativity, or you find yourself complaining about life, what's happening and what's not happening. While you're not alone, I need you to understand that your self talk matters, that your self talk will either help you to get unstuck or it will hinder you and keep you stuck, because your words give life. And one of the biblical principles in the scriptures says that life and death are in the power of your tongue. So don't carelessly speak words that you don't mean. Don't carelessly curse yourself, your children, and your situations by the words that you speak. What do I mean by that? We often say, I can't do something, or it won't happen, or it never happens, or I don't have this, or I won't ever get that. Those are words that we're saying that actually curse our situations. They curse our family, they curse our future. If you say that I'm always late, then what? You're going to always be late. If you say, I'll never lose weight, then you will never lose weight. If you say, I'm always $1 short, I don't have enough money, guess what? You will not have enough money. And those are all word curses. So, how do you change your words? You change your words by changing your thoughts. Because you see, your words are only an expression of what's happening on the inside, what's happening in your mind, the story that you're telling yourself, and the narrative or the movie that you're playing over and over again. Your words express what's going on the inside. So if you want to change your words, change your thoughts. And there is an excellent scripture that I want to share with you, and that is 2 Corinthians 10, verse 5. It says, "We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every single thought to make it obedient to the Messiah." Now, I added every single thought. You see, the scripture says, take captive every thought. And when you take captive every thought, that means that you don't have to entertain every thought that comes into your mind, that your mind is a gatekeeper. If you find yourself thinking a thought that makes you feel depressed or discouraged or doubtful, then stop thinking the thought. It's really that simple. Stop thinking it. You don't have to entertain every thought that comes into your mind. So you got to take it captive. Now, if it's a thought that empowers you and encourages you and excites you, then grab hold of it and think more of those kind of thoughts. But don't think about the things that are discouraging you and causing you doubt and causing you to feel disempowered about changing your life. Because, like I said in the beginning, you have the power to change and you have the power to control what you think about and therefore dictate what you say. Because what you say matters, it creates your reality. And so, if you continue to think, like, for example, you don't have enough time in the day, then guess what? You won't have enough time in the day. But if you flip it and say, wow, I have more than enough time to accomplish what I need to accomplish, you will find that you have more than enough time. And I use this trick of my mind all the time. It's how I take captive the thoughts and flip my focus, because sometimes my focus will send me down a rabbit hole and I'll get stuck in negative emotions and attract negative energy. But if I grab hold of that thought, flip it, I can now empower myself and feel energized and take action and move forward. It's very simple to do. So whatever thought you have, flip it. If it's a disempowering thought that's causing you to feel stuck, you can flip it and restate it in a positive way so that you are empowered. And I guarantee you it works. Now, I want to share with you 4 things that you can start doing so you can stop cursing your life. This is important. And I know cursing may sound a little harsh, but it's true because when you say your words cast spells. When you cast spells, the spells are either good for you or they're bad for you. And that's just from a spiritual perspective, right? You want to make certain that you understand and never forget your words give life. You can't see your words coming out, but you see how your words create your reality. That is it giving life. And so, what are 4 things that you can do so that you stop cursing your life? Number 1, become intentional about what you allow in your mind. I've said this earlier. You don't have to entertain every thought that comes into your mind. You want to become intentional. And it goes back to this scripture, take captive every thought, be a gatekeeper. If the thought is not helping you, get rid of it, eject it, don't pay attention to it. It's that simple. Number 2, think about what you think about. Many times we are thinking habitually, meaning that it's by default, it's a habit. We see something, we immediately think a certain way. That's the way the mind works. So we have to become intentional and consciously start thinking about what we're thinking about. If the thought is not going to get you to where you want to be, then get rid of the thought and don't think about it. But you only know that if you become conscious and pay attention to what you're thinking about. Number 3, this goes with understanding the connection between your thoughts and your words. Only speak what you truly want. You see, many of us repeat our problems over and over again, and we do this in prayer. We're praying our problem versus asking the Father for a solution. And then what we do, we talk about our problems like this, just on and on and on and on. And that is creating a reality of the things that we don't want, right? So only speak about what you want. Only think about those things that you want. Only visualize those things that you want. And that is what you will get more of. I was talking to a client and asking her, we were talking about relationships. And she said that she didn't want a relationship. She was fine by herself, that she didn't need a man and she was good on herself by herself. And I said to her, is that really true? And then she admitted and said, no, it's not. What was my next question? Why would you say you don't want it when you really do? Now, how many times do we do that in our lives? Where we outwardly say we don't want something, but inwardly we really do want it. I want you to stop cursing your life and blocking your blessing and tying the hands of the Most High and speak those things that you want, the desires of your heart, right? Speak it out loud so that there is this alignment with what you truly want on the inside so that you'll start to experience it on the outside. And this last one, number 4, is extremely important. And that's why I put believe in all caps. You have to believe in the Most High and that his promises are true for you. You have to believe it in order for you to see it and experience it in your life. You see, if you don't believe in the Most High, how will you experience the blessings, the power, the things that you want, the promises that are in His Word? You see, many of us believe in God. We believe that the Most High exists. We will come into agreement with that. And we even say that the Bible is true. We'll come into agreement with that. But here's the problem. While we believe that, we don't necessarily have faith that it will show up for us and that what the promises are in the word will be true for our lives. We have to believe and we have to have faith. Believe that he exists and that what he says is true, and believe that what he says is true will show up in your life. Oh my gosh, this is so important. So very important. I hope that you are getting this message. I want you to stop cursing your life. And I want you to, number 1, become intentional about what you allow in your mind. I want you, number 2, to think about what you're thinking about. Number 3, only speak what you truly want. And number 4, believe that the Most High is real and his promises are for you. Stop cursing your life and receive his blessings. Receive his blessings and understand the power of your life is in the power of your self-talk. And you can change the direction of your life anytime you want by changing your thoughts and changing the words that you speak. So I pray and hope that today's tea with Coach Natalie was a blessing to you. I am here every Tuesday at 10 a.m. If you're not able to watch it live, watch the replay. For those of you who are watching the replay, I appreciate you showing up. And I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you in the chat. I want to hear, what do you need to do to stop the curses and bring in the blessings in your life? What do you think about the power of your self-talk? Is there anything that you need to say differently? Is there anything that you need to stop? I would love to hear from you in the chat. And I pray that this is a blessing to you. Y'all are a blessing to me. And I look forward to seeing you on the next tea with Coach Natalie every Tuesday at 10 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, and now even on YouTube. Be blessed.